Yo boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be playing on the Boomy, and I decided to queue some late night solo shuffle, and pretty much, I ended up getting, this is a 500 point game, to where I gained 500 points, so I went from 1300 to 1800 in one lobby, which is pretty crazy. And as you can see, my MMR is around 2k. I haven't really played much on the Boomy, but regardless, obviously, I'm not the very best at Boomy, but I am good enough to where I kind of know what's good. I'm running high wind, so every time I cyclone a DPS, they're going to be doing 30% or something. They're going to be like doing 30% less damage when they're out of the cyclone or something. Now, I think one thing I could do better is cycloning more off DR. I kind of just was PvEing, which is kind of how you're supposed to do it in solo shuffle, but I end up just not doing that. So he ends up using his racial on my root beam, which is fine. And my goal is basically to triple bleed and then use my mushrooms on everybody. Now, it's really difficult because the third cast is always obviously if you want to have all three on them because you get a damage buff for all your bleeds, so that's why you see me doing all three bleeds. And I'll have the link in below, so if anybody playing Boomy, which, if you guys want the build, I got you. But your main goal is basically to cyclone the healer off DR. Now, it's really difficult to do that sometimes because, like when the melee just swap their kicks on you, and then for some reason this H-Power was running blind, so every time he was on my team he blinded all my bleeds off, which is the most annoying thing in life. So here, anytime basically my guys CC'd, I want to be cycloning, so we DR cyclone here, so at this point we're going to swap. This guy's using a triple dispel, so basically every time he dispels, it's going to dispel everybody, which is like the most annoying thing in life. So I end up bashing him off that on his aura mastery so he can't cast. We end up actually almost killing him here, or actually maybe we do. So I cyclone him on his nether, so the H-Power can't do anything. So now he's cyclone on his nether, and then I'm going to swap the cyclone. So he's going to kick me here. So he kicks me. And as you can see, I'm legit clicking targets, because I actually don't have a... I only have tab target macros. Or no, I don't even have that. I just have, I just tab target people. So you don't need all of the fancy stuff to be good. You just need just enough. So here, as you can see, I'm sitting in bear form, pretty much using my renewal. I'm just trying to survive here, and at this point I'm kind of getting trained. My guy does have orb, so I end up trying to fade cast him here. He ends up kicking me. So it's kind of difficult, but at the same time, so the H-Power has kick, so, or no, he doesn't actually have it up yet. So I'm trying to fade cast again. It's really hard to hit a clone whenever you don't have precog, because it's so slow. So I tell him to orb me so that I can actually, start casting. And I tell him to go H-Power here, and the reason is because I have full burst, and as you can see, we're going to swap to this H-Power and instantly get bubble. So we get bubble right there. Now we're going to swap to the good old-fashioned DH, and pretty much we're just doing big damn. You're just multi-bleeding, you're hitting the lowest HP target, and you're basically just trying to cycle when you can. And pretty much, as you can see, I'm just PvPing. But, as you can see, we kill the hunter here with the big star surges, and that's all there really is to it. Now, the thing about Boomy is, it's people really don't know what to do whenever they're getting focused, and the main thing you need to do is kind of just sit bear form and let the other people win for you. You got to like wait for your precog procs, and that's really the only time you're ever going to be able to cyclone. Obviously, I definitely could root beam more. Like you need to be doing that off basically like CD, because it's just I mean 6 seconds of them not being able to do a single thing. This H-Power got really unlucky though. He went like I think he went 2 and 4, so he had a really bad day. So he is definitely not he's not in a good mood today. So I end up, pre-bleeding him here. And I end up trying to fake cast him. He ends up kicking me instantaneously before I even start the cast. I root beam him here. We're going to pop some dam. So we end up popping off here. I kill the banner instantly. I get feared. I could cyclone off this, so I cyclone here. So we got nice good old cyclone off that. And now we're just pumping him here. I'm putting mushrooms on everybody. I'm recycloning him. And we end up getting revival. We get trinket. So from that DR cyclone, we got trinket. We got everything except the DH's darkness and the trinkets. But I end up trying to cyclone the DH. I get his trinket by myself. I end up trying to cyclone the warrior. I'm basically just stopping their go on us. And as you can see, we end up getting orb here. So I'm gonna cyclone him. Obviously, he ends up reflecting it in time. So I end up just trinketing it so I can peel for my team here. Now we get the warrior's trinket. So as you can see, we've gotten all 3 trinkets just from cycloning. So we've gotten every trinket just from clicking the button cyclone. That's why cycloning DPS is also really good, especially when they're popping off. So Now, like I said, the one problem was is this H power is running blind with a Boomy, which is like the worst thing that you can do. And the reason is because not only does blind DR with Cyclone, but it breaks all of my bleeds. So it's like it's really good if you can get it off solo, but usually he doesn't. Like he ends up getting it with like all the targets, which is like super bad. But regardless, I end up getting a root beam here, so I can't cyclone him off this, but he can get a DR trap. We end up still getting him a root, and I actually think we almost kill him here, but we end up just not having enough damage. And when they dispel my bleeds, it's really annoying, but it is what it is. Thankfully, I do have fat star surges, so that's nice. Obviously, I'm not fully geared. I don't think. I think I'm like half geared or something. But it's definitely good. I think Boomy's really fun. It's just like when you're getting focused, it is really just not a good time. Like having to sit in bear form. Like if you don't have the healer to out heal the pressure, like in this instance, I'm with an H pal, so he's not gonna be able to heal the pressure that they're gonna be doing. However, he did do a really good job from healing us as an H pal, because it was really difficult. I had to sit in bear form a lot of these goes, and if I didn't, I probably just would have died instantly. So as you can see, I'm getting full bleeds up here. I'm popping dam without any CC because at this point it's like I don't have root beam up yet. We get died with the swords. I'm pretty much just popping burst whenever I have it. And the reason is this is all about dampening. So like whoever can out heal the longest, whoever does the most damage is usually gonna win, or whoever does the most CC. So obviously they're not gonna be able to CC as much as we can. So we should by default kind of win, but there is situations to where we do lose, as in we just don't have enough pressure to actually kill anything, and the Mistweaver is able to out heal our H-Pel, which is basically what happens. I mean, he's playing a Mistweaver, and an H-Pel should never beat a Mistweaver. I think we actually kill him right here, so the Hunter ends up killing him through Reflect, which is really nice. And MM and Boomy is a really bad comp, but obviously if he was BM or if he was Survival, it would have been insane. But now I'm with the DH. I think this is actually the one that we lost. So the actual comp. So this is a really good comp right here. So we should win this like 100%. We're facing an H-Pow, we're facing a Hunter. The H-Pow tried pre-freedoming, so he double freedom because I guess he thought I would have root beamed into it, but I actually just waited. But he basically like stopped the time from him being CC'd by doing that. But you know, obviously there's not much very more to it. We're just gonna go out there, do damn, and I mean it's really just self-explained. Obviously you want to try to hit those cyclones off DR sides because he uses freedom the first go here. And then as you can see, he's going to use another one. And that's what he's going to do. And yeah, as you can see, he uses another one. And pretty much, that's all he's going to be doing. And then after that, we're going to root beam him. So we bash him DR. I'm trying to cyclone him. I fake cast. I fake cast again. He hodges me. I trinket. I'm fake casting again. I actually get kicked on the last one, which is very unfortunate. But I actually fake cast like 5 or 6 times right there, and I still didn't get kicked, even with fast clone up. So it's pretty insane. If people just wait for the last second for you to, for them to kick, it's really difficult. But whatever. But as you can see, nothing's really happening in the game. There's not really much going on, other than me obviously trying to cyclone when I can and all that good stuff. Pretty much I'm bleeding everything, and the H-Ball can definitely die. So like we can get H-Ball's bubble really quick. So like here, as you can see, he uses melee wings. We're gonna swap on the H-Power. We're gonna try to get his bubble here, which I think we do. Yep, we get his bubble right now. He actually almost dies without clicking it. So pretty much, the Hunter uses aim shot. I end up pre-bear forming the aim shot, so I don't take maximum dam. And I don't know how we lose this game actually. I'm still trying to think, cause like we have a really good team. Maybe we don't lose on this one. Actually, I think we do. I think this is the one that the H-Pow won. So he ends up This is the problem with his H-Pow. He's doing it really good. The problem is I don't actually have beam up yet. So he's ended up double freedoming without me even having beam up. So I end up cycloning, and now I can just root beam him off that. He did pre-banner the root beam, so what happens there? But he had the racial anyway, so it wasn't even worth using it. That's the problem with like that type of racial is they're able to actually like just get out of the root beams. It's pretty insane. But regardless, we're doing big damn, and I think we end up taking them out. So actually, no, we ended up winning on that. I don't know which one we lose on, but I lose one of them. I'm pretty sure, maybe 2. And pretty much, that's all there is to it. I'm not sure which. I think it might be this one that we lose. I lose to the H-Ball once. I think. I don't really know. All I know is I gained a lot of rating, and it was a good time. I mean, I've done fairly good on my Boomy. Like I've only lost like 4 rounds out of all of them. I think I'm like 20-4 or something. So like, and I'm at 1800, so it's like really really good. But as you can see, we just do the same thing. And pretty much, there's not really much that changes. You're going to be bear forming when they're focusing you. Whenever your guys CC'd, you want to be bear forming. And other than that, you're kind of just bleeding. Like, your main goal is to CC and bleed. And then obviously on goes, you want to just spam your Star Surges and save your burst dam for when you actually can. He ends up giving me precog here because he kicks late. And I end up cycloning him off that. So I'm going to use burst on the H-Pal, try to get his Bubby ill. So I do big dam on him here. Because the H-Pal can always die. Like, the H-Pal can definitely always die. All 3 of these people can die. The problem is do we actually have the damage output to get it? Because I have the damage and I have the CC. The problem is I'm playing with an MM Hunter and he has no consistent damage. So basically what happens is, unless he does damage, all my CC goes. We're not really going to kill anything. So, you know, it is what it is. Obviously, he incaps my bleeds off him, which is really annoying. And I need to be using my mushrooms off CD. But I ended up not doing that for some reason. Like, you want to be using those things off CD. It's just an insanely good cooldown. So he encaps all my bleeds off again. I end up rooping him in here. So we get a really good go. He ends up ratioing it. Or actually, he either ratios it. No, he doesn't. I actually think I think I break it. But, you know, just trying to think about, like, what's going on in the game. I'm trying to, like, give you guys some hints and stuff to, like, what's happening. But I actually don't know what's happening. Like, I just see everyone zug-zugging. Like, I'm not going for any Cyclones. I'm sitting there getting, like, pile drive by, like, John Cena or something. It's not looking great. But, as you can see, I'm trying to fake cast. And I get precog. And getting precog is basically your free time to Cyclone. Anytime you get precog, go for the Cyclones. Because it's instant almost, and it's great. Especially if you're running high winds, where it's, like, God tier. But we end up trying to kill the DH through Bop here. It actually ends up not working out. I end up trying to kill the banner, but, you know, I can't even see it on my screen, so I don't know where it is. So I think I see it right there, so I end up killing it with a big star for 66k. And he ends up orbing me. Now, let me know what you guys want to see next. I have a lot of classes. I have Mage. I have Frost DK. I have Windwalker. I have also Mistweaver. You know, I have Priest. I have Lock. I have, like, everything. Basically, every class I have. So, whatever you guys want to see, I will post and I will play it. Because I'm basically just gearing every class. But we end up killing the DH, actually. You know what? We say, whatever, I kill the DH immediately. Best Rogan game back to back. I think this is where this H-Pal gets really mad. Which it's understandable. Because, yeah, he is playing an H-Pal. And he's playing, you know, at 2K, so it's pretty tough. So, you know, it is what it is. Alright, so here again, we're basically bleeding up again. It's pretty much the same thing. I end up getting precog immediately, as you can see with the fake cast. You kind of know when somebody's going to kick you after so long, so I end up going for the Cyclone off that. He ends up porting it. So he ports my Cyclone, which is an insane Cyclone for him. I'm pretty much trying to get precog. I end up getting a fast clone here. Or I think that was I don't even know what it was, but now I'm trying to get my bleeds up here. And pretty much, I do have Root Beam, and that's the problem here, is holding Root Beam for too long is really bad. So, like, sometimes it gets too tunnel focused on cycloning and forgetting I have Root Beam up. Because as you can see, I actually don't have a keybind for Beam. I just have, like, the macro. So, sometimes I don't even pay attention to it. So, like, I should have already Root Beam by the start of the game if I didn't hit the cyclone. So, that's, like, one problem right there is, like, holding Root Beam for too long. Which is, like, I would already have been halfway to getting my second Root Beam. And you definitely don't want that. But I'm bear form here. I'm trying not to line my H-Ball. So whenever you're in bear, just remember, your H-Ball cannot heal you unless you are in his line. No healer is going to be able to heal you unless you are in their line. So if you think running around a pillar without your healer being there, it's not going to work out. You got to be in their line. So as you can see, I'm trying to stay in his line whenever I'm getting, you know, John Cena when I got like 5 people around me. So I make sure I stay in his line so he's able to heal me. Now he is playing an H-Pal, so it's really hard to heal a Boomy when they're getting focused by 2 DPS. Like they're not able to output. Like as you can see, the DH is soloing me in like 3 seconds because he probably has foresight and he's probably like, I mean, DH is getting a big buff. They'll be insane. But here, as you can see, I'm end up just 0 HP. I'm trying to live, and there's not really much I can do. I can try cycloning, but at the same time, there's really just nothing. As you can see, I'm running with the HP. I'm not running away from him. I'm running with him. He's forced to bubble because I'm gonna die if he doesn't. And I try living as long as possible. I'm sitting bare for him. I'm cycloning the DPS if I can. I'm just trying to stay in line. But as you can see, there's only so much I can do at this point in the situation. I can pretty much just do damage, and that's about it. There's really nothing else I can do. It just really comes down to healer different, and it's also I think we're getting to a high dampening, so it's like it's whatever. So it is what it is. Um, and as you can see, I think I die here. I've been kiting for a long time, so I've actually been living longer than expected. But at this point, I'm getting taken out. I did have Actually, I think I had renewal there, but it wouldn't have saved me. Oh well. So yeah, we end up going. I think we end up going 5, or we end up. I'm pretty sure we end up winning this one. I think, or maybe we'll lose this one. I'm not 100% sure. But I end up getting I end up getting like 500 points for this game, so it's pretty crazy. And my MMR is gonna be super juiced because it's like my third game in solo shuffle or something. So I my MMR is gonna be juiced. It'll be like 2200 or something, and I'll be gaining that fat rating. So I'll take what I can get. I like that juiced MMR. I like that with all my characters. That's why I try to get fully geared first, and then I queue solo shuffle. So then I could all my characters are just juiced MMR, and that's how you end up pushing. Because I'm able to usually go about 4-2 on every character, depending on the situation. Unless I'm on a healer, obviously. Then it all depends on my DPS. If my DPS are bad, then I'm pretty much, I can heal them to like 90% to him, but it won't really matter because we just don't do any damage. And I think we end up winning this one. I don't. Why do I think we win this one though? Now we're playing a really good comp. We're playing DH Boomy, which is an automatically win, or it should be because we're playing an actual comp. They're playing Hunter Warrior, which is terrible. But then again, they do have the Mistweaver, which makes it 10 times better because our H-Bow just. I mean, H-Bow is just 10 times worse than Mistweaver. It's like a wannabe Fistweaver, except it does no healing. Like as you can see, I'm taking the most unhealable damage. He blinds all of my bleeds off. The most disgusting thing in life. That's what I hated. I was getting so mad because he was doing that, and I had to replay all 3 of my bleeds up, and I had to fake cast them completely. So I ended up root beaming him again. He trinkets my root beam. But I ended up getting a full cyclone, so or I think it was DR'd because he blinded. I ended up fake casting him here, so we're ended up getting a lot of damage off here, and it's really nice to just be able to do. Now, if I did have a caster, it would be 10 times better. So like if I had one lock in this lobby, or like a fire maid, or really any other caster like a SP, it would have been 10 times easier just because of a Boomy with a caster is like insane. So I end up getting a full cyclone again. So we're getting really good CC here, and if I had a caster, it's really good. So I should always win with the DH because the DH just does so much unhealable damage. On top of that, I also had the CC to back it up. So it's really we should never lose to it, but there is chances that it happens because it all depends on what happens. But yeah, it's pretty much the end of the video. Obviously, I've kind of just been watching the gameplay with you guys, and yeah, hopefully we all get something good in the vault, and we'll see what we get. Hopefully I get a tier. Actually, I think we all get 4 set, or maybe it's 3 set. But I'm pretty sure all my alts will almost have 4 set then, so that's pretty nice. But I think we end up killing them here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys want to see. As you can see, 500 points, crazy. But I will see you guys in the next one, and peace, peace. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video.